Welcome! Okay, finally back. Very nice to be back doing this again. I hope the audio is okay. Normally the usual insecurity when you start is like you hope the audio is okay, you hope people can listen to you more or less comfortably. And you hope that the music is working. I have the music set kind of low right now. Let me raise a little bit. I think it works, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let's talk genbun mama. Let's talk game. Let's talk all the other things. So let's reduce the music here. And how about I just like start the game? And we can talk there and then. So this is a visual novel I'm playing right now. And let me just display a little bit in the corner while I'm talking. So this is ATRI. This is a visual novel that I've been playing since the turn of the year to practice Japanese.
My Dear Moments.
Yeah, that's the title. Oh, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. That's the title. Sorry, not used to being on camera so much. I pointed to the wrong direction. The game is there. Up there. Yes. Anyway, the game is cute and fun, and it has a bunch of like very useful features if you want to use to study Japanese. Now you look at the interface right now and you feel like, oh, this is all in English. And you come here and you have like a bunch of settings. One setting that I really recommend to people if you're insecure, if you want to start dipping your toes into like pure Japanese text, but you're not so confident that you can follow the plot, this game actually has like the option of letting you select like a second language to the UI. So if you do not understand Japanese but you understand English or Chinese, be with like simplified the traditional characters, you can have a small text line of text playing below, and that's very useful. But we're not going to use that here. The name of the game is Transcription, and it's transcribed as it is said. So let's go back to the title screen. So it's been a while since I played. It's been like a really long time. How about we start like this? We take like a short recap because I didn't transcribe so much. Let me show you what I work with. Like normally how I do the transcriptions. I normally work with this screen. And this is the last line that I transcribed. It's from the character called Catherine. And this is the actual dialogue of the game, and the inner thoughts and everything's just there. And I go transcribing as people say, as people deliver their lines. So like if I go here and load this is the load. It's showing, let me show you just like the game. That's how the game looks. I have to make it look, I have to zoom in, otherwise it becomes illegible, especially for people following on mobile. So yeah, it's a compromise that I have to make. So yeah, that was the last line that I transcribed. But let's do it like this. I'm not too far into the game. What I can do right now, and I think it would be at least interesting, would be maybe to me like just go back through the start and we follow the game with like both languages as I showed earlier before. And I don't know, let me lower the music a little bit. I think it was too high and I'm having trouble hearing myself. I'll have to adjust the volume of my monitors. Anyway, so that's the game. That's how I play it. I'm just transcribing line per line. And why do I do this? What is the point of transcribing? What am I not translating? Why am I not just playing the game? What do I get from this? I could just read it. And right now I'm at a point where I finally can read this. I don't understand 100%. I'm not going to pretend that I do. Right now, if I had to describe my reading level, I think I would describe it as like I'm at the manga level. So I can read stuff that has like visual context that helps me follow what was being said. Manga has like introspective thoughts and stuff, but usually what's happening, people are describing, or it's visually, there are cues that you can follow. A visual novel is not like that. It's more like an illustrated book if the illustrator was really, really lazy. And I'm not calling visual novel illustrators lazy. It's a limitation of the model because you cannot pose the characters in different compositions and scenes. You have to always pose them the same way. So because of that, I decided that transcribing would be a better idea. The point of transcribing here is mostly that it's going to be something that forces me, number one, not to skip anything when I read. If I'm reading here, I have to read carefully. When I'm reading at leisure, when I'm like, I have my iPad and I'm reading like Japanese manga on Kindle or like a book or something, sometimes you just skip words. I can tell this from context. I'm not going to look it up. Here I'm forced to look it up. I have to. Also, I can't ignore characters either because I have to know how to write them. So that's a really good way of having like a good, you know, when sometimes people ask like, oh, what should I study? This is a good way. This is a piece of media that is tangible, that I'm interested in, and that I want to know what's in it in terms of words, in terms of characters. So sometimes I see something there and I study after that. Usually on the following days or a couple days later, I even post like a list of like new vocabulary I got from playing the game. And that's on Twitter. I post it as a thread, and I have like a newsletter too, just for people who prefer to get it by email. Sometimes it's easier to export to their flashcard apps or whatever. I have that small mailing list, but it's like I only update when I play this. Pretty much what I'm doing now. So how about we come back to the very beginning, and I'm going to come here and let me see. Let's go back to the title screen. Yes.
ATRI My Dear Moments.
By the way, I haven't yet started to either transcribe the menus here because it's more technical stuff and it does repeat from game to game, most of it. But I might try doing that someday. Not really sure when, but I might. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go on system. I'm going to enable English. and we're going to go line by line, and we're going to see the game as it is. I'm not going to, like, I'm going to skip the face cam for a while, so, like, say goodbye to me for just a little, and let's just catch up with the story up until where we were, and from there we'll start actual transcribing today. Just to catch up, just plain catch up. So, okay, going back to the title screen, and let's start a fresh game.
この星は沈みゆこうとしている。原因不明の急激な海面上昇により沿岸部の大半が海に飲まれ、今もまだ地表への侵食は続いている。人の生息域は狭まり、ピークを迎えた科学技術は失われつつあった。緩やかな滅びを迎えようとしていた。けれど穏やかな時代、私はその人と出会った。僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。私は尋ねた。地球に私も含まれますか？私は見守る。沈みゆく地球を、滅びの運命に抗おうとあがく人たちを、無限に続く孤独の中で、時を過ぎゆけ。お前は残酷だ。
So, I left it like pretty big so it was legible. I didn't want to read line by line, but I think you got like the point. Let's continue here. This is not going to take too long. Just if anybody wasn't following before, I didn't transcribe a lot into the game, so I wasn't too deep into. Let's go back and follow the story. From now on, I'm going to narrate because there is no voice acting, so I am surrounded by eternal darkness. Not a single ray of light illuminates my path.